another big one. We're going back to Edinburgh, as Kim had helped set this one back up because she's so distraught after not being able to make it to the last one. The team returns to do a follow-up investigation at its biggest former mental institution to date.
I'm excited to go back to Edinburgh. I missed the first one, so I set up a second one.
I'm excited to go back and see if we get any more evidence.
It makes me wonder on there, and of course you're the researcher, you would know, were there any sources for this information? Where was this from county records, or where did this information come from?
This came
Historical Society.
Running full force for me, and it was a dog. And I started screaming.
Oh my god. Okay, that's scarier than a ghost.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Because there's a mix of a lot of different individuals there. Some of them are not so nice, but some of them really do just have, they have problems.
So this is my first time going to Edinburgh. I'm super excited.
This is going to be a new experience.
Arrival, driving up to the place, it's kind of imposing, and you look at this older structure with the bricks and you know what it is and what it was.
And this is my first official case with them. I'm excited to be back at Edinburgh Manor. It was very exciting last time we were here.
When the team conjugates and enters through the front doors of this facility and the lights go out, is the activity too overwhelming? Jason, was that you? Did you do that?
No, in the bathtub, I heard the dragging.
Yeah, but then we heard it when we were down there closer,
Again.
so it was even louder when we were down there. She wasn't letting it. She wasn't comfortable with it.
Bad, but I think we can do it. We have good.
Set up went really well until Kim showed up.
Because when I got back to and went over,
And just hang out there as if I was living there.
Excited to be back at Edinburgh Manor.
Fascinated with paranormal.
Alright, so for this case, we're heading back to Edinburgh Manor, up in the northeast area of the state of Iowa.
I'm excited to go back and see if we get any more evidence.
Alright, so this is my first time going to Edinburgh. I'm super excited. I missed the last one that when they went to Edinburgh, so I'm really excited for this one. We're gonna have the entire group here, so that's also another plus.
I want to be left in a room for a while and just hang out there as if I was living there. I sometimes feel that you get more evidence if there isn't a lot of people in the middle of the room when you're investigating.
I missed the last time. This is going to be a new experience, and other than just going to a house or something, this is on a bigger scale.
We were there before, this past fall, and Kim couldn't make it the last moment. There was an emergency that had come up, and so her and Jason had to ditch on us, but she helped set this one up. She wanted to make it come into being as a possibility that she would go there, and it happened. We're finally here, we're going back. And it's always nice to reinvestigate places, particularly that we've been to before, because we have a baseline of what's going on there. We have evidence that we've captured already.
Looking forward to having this new experience with the whole crew here.
See how it goes.
Alright, so for this one, it's another big one. We're going back to Edinburgh, as Kim had helped set this one back up because she's so distraught after not being able to make it to the last one. So she took point on that. Historically, a few points you wanted to run down. What'd you find?
1840, C.P. Hutton and T.S. Dawson donated the northwest quarter section 36 to the county, and by 1860 they did several modifications and they had 200 acres in the county poor farm. And I found a list of people that died there. There was like 79 people. One was a suicide. The other died by a railroad track. But there's a list of people that died there. And then I guess they tore it down and built Edinburgh Manor in 1911. That's all I found.
Okay, I just find it so odd that they don't have like a cutoff between when it was geriatrics, when it was
And I called the assessors, the two guys from the Historical Society. I called several other people, and no one had any really information on it, which is weird to me.
Well, it is odd, only because of it being what it was. And
Yeah.
you would think that there'd be records.
I'm excited to go back to Edinburgh. I missed the first one, so I set up a second one, and remarkably, the whole team is involved. We have Kelly meeting us here, Jason's here, Carrie's here, Jackie's here, Clay's here, and Alex is here. The people that didn't have anywhere to
And
go,
segregation.
like unwed mothers, mothers without husbands, or you know what I mean, just sweep them under the rug, put them out there. The assessor's office he was just like, I don't really know much, I just know what I've heard. And so then I started looking, and I went to the Historical Society website, and that's where I got some information, but you pull it up and it doesn't have anything. It just has like a blank page with no comments and nothing on certain things.
It makes me wonder on there, and of course you're the researcher, you would know, were there any sources for this information? Where was this from, county records, or where did this information come from?
This
for the
came
Historical Society?
From Ancestry.com. So.
But you know what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Where's the original source? Where was this written down?
No, and there was a lady I tried. She never emailed me back. She's called the Poorhouse Lady. She does research. She was doing research on it, but she never contacted me back.
Well, it's not. It's for our knowledge now going in. It would be nice to have, but a little late would be, I guess, past reveal time.
Yeah.
Because all this stuff really, if you look, could be extended over the next month till we go back there with the reveal.
So I'll keep on seeing what I can get, and maybe I don't know, but.
She brought a change of clothes that would make her kind of look like she's. Oh, you're not doing.
I did not bring the change of clothes, but I brought the pillow and a blanket so I can lay in the bed. I also brought the crutches if you want me to bring them, but I can leave them in the car too. Eventually I might walk down to the restroom, not use the restroom, but get in the bathtub. Get that
So you are going to do that. You didn't know.
I'm not going to undress, but I'm going to.
Oh no, I didn't tell you to undress. We're good.
So I'm going to just see if being kind of normal there, what it would have been like.
Being a patient or being, trying to get that energy going, kind of like what we did at school. We thought outside of the box. I got up on stage, performed. You got on there, sang a few things, and you did too.
I can scream.
Yeah.
Well, somebody can be near her,
I'll try not to
like
scream.
around her.
Well,
like
no,
not
you can
in
be
there,
too
but-
for a
They're going to
while.
be within range. You're not going to be in the entire building.
We're not
going to
leave you in the building and walk away and be like,
Good luck.
have fun there.
I think I'd feel okay with that. I'm not a very frightened person.
Good.
Any particular ideas or visions that you might have gotten, Kim, before this, or feelings, or anything you picked up on?
I'm anxious, like not, what's the word? Like, jittery?
Yeah, butterflies or no?
No, not butterfly. I don't know. It's not like nervous, like jittery, like you're all hopped up on Mountain Dew or something. I don't know how to explain it.
Like, do you think Like an anxiety? Like there's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of crap happening?
Anxiety, thank you.
Like there might be a lot of stuff going on?
Yeah.
So you've been to this place before. It's called Edinburgh.
Edinburgh Manor, yep.
Anything interesting happened to you while you were there?
The beginning, I was walking around the outside. It was still daylight. All of a sudden, this is off the ghost kind of thing, though. All of a sudden, I hear this big whooshing sound coming through the high weeds, running full force for me, and it was a dog. And I started screaming.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's scarier than a ghost.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, if this is a ghost, I'm done. We're over. I'm going home. Because all I see these weeds moving, and this big dog coming straight at me.
Wow.
It was a very friendly dog, so if we meet him, he's very nice. Just beware if you're walking around and you hear the big, like, weeds and stuff moving. It might be a dog.
And if you don't see a dog, well,
Run.
get EVPs going, right?
Yes, get EVPs going.
If you walk in there, it's like imagine just walking into Mercy or Methodist and nobody's there. It's just stuff's still out in there. They still have instruments and stuff too. So.
On arrival, driving up to the place, it's kind of imposing, and you look at this older structure with the bricks and you know what it is and what it was. I've heard a little bit about the history, so it was exciting to say the least.
And the building, again, we round the bend of the road, and it's always amazing and breathtaking when you come around the corner. There it is. It's pretty big. The energies coming off of it are still just as amazing as they were last fall when we were there, inviting us. It was like, come on in.
And so it begins.
I took a little tour of the place and just checking the place out. Just thinking about, the lives that were, that lived here at one time, and what their experience here was.
So there's a block with it.
Good. We have Big Daddy deployed. He's down there. So then
Oh, that's
we have
a great shot.
an eye-watching command.
That's a great shot.
The first floor seems pretty cool, but I don't like the basement very much, or the second floor.
Being here a second time, I feel even more comfortable knowing the place. There's things I'm noticing that I didn't notice before.
And to get out and find out that the training and having a full crew here, having a full complement of people to set up, it just went so smoothly, so quickly. I was really pleased with that. We got everything hooked up. We have things in place. We already have EVPs being recorded. It's just incredible, and now I'm excited. Let's get it going.
Well, as I got here, I took a little tour of the place with Kim and the owner, and Kim was mentioning something about ponds or lakes or something back in the somewhere on the land. So she was kind of picking up on that. We didn't know if there was any kind of ponds or lakes.
Pulling up here, I was asking about if there were like 2 or 4 ponds. I couldn't figure out which. When we got here, Cindy took me and showed me behind there's 2 ponds and a lagoon or something. So I don't know why I was picking up on that.
All right, for this one, we're taking on a new team member who's shadowing us to see if maybe this is something she wants to do more long term. Her name is Kelly, and she's been a friend of mine for a little while now, and she has her gifts that she uses to read people. She's more of a clairsentience. She's a reader for people. She hasn't been on a investigative team per se.
My name is Kelly. I am sensitive that just joined Paranormal Endeavors, and this is my first official case with them. I'm excited to be back at Edinburgh Manor. It was very exciting last time we were here, and already feeling a lot of good energy. I think we're going to have a pretty active night, and looking forward to starting the investigation.
So we'll have to see how she does. She joined us at Edinburgh last time we went as a guest because we were short people.
Just the knowledge that there's things out there besides us, and connecting with them and trying to figure out how to connect what I do outside of ghost hunting with what I do on the spiritual world.
And hopefully she'll do well. Won't run screaming, hopefully she doesn't pee her pants. So we'll have to see how this goes. I think she'll be very good.
This is the first official team that I've been a part of, yes.
I'm coming. Very beautiful graveyard.
Cemetery, I wanted to go see that. That was all before this building was built. There's a lot of people age 16 to I'd say 25 that died. There's a baby that died there. There's somebody that lived to be about 60, and that'd be pretty old in the 1800s.
There was one guy that was over there that he just felt like he'd been forgotten. He felt like he was buried there because he didn't have any place else to go, and nobody knew he was there, and he was just kind of bitter about that. A couple of us picked up on a child, but I don't know if we were picking up on the same one or what, but it's a cute little cemetery.
No activity at the cemetery that I was aware of.
And so now what I'm trying to do is figure out how to use the integrated microphone so that I can ask questions and have that also go on the recorded device, internal recorded device. Then I can sit here, or anybody can sit here and try to do a spirit box session without the rest of the room being subjected to that kind of staticky sound that's inherent to spirit box sessions. You can just hear it through the headphones, and since you're hearing it real time, it could lead to an actual conversation with the spirit.
So I guess what had happened, we're doing setup here, still almost done, and they're getting some K2 hits. Jackie, are you getting any now?
I did just a few seconds ago, just the third one.
And then there's a walking off.
Now don't lock us in the basement.
Yeah, well, you have your radio too.
No, because you guys don't pay attention when our radio don't work.
Yeah. Well, we'll come looking for you if it's a few hours go by.
A few hours go by.
Great,
We'll be
thanks.
sitting in a corner.
The spirit that I was having a problem with last time, I think, we tackled that at the end of our investigation last time. I don't think we're going to run into the same issues this time.
The first one, me and Kelly went down to the basement. We sat in the, I guess it would be cafeteria. And there was a little boy there, but I was picking up on a man. I got the name Christopher. He's like late teens, early 20s. Isn't the creeper guy though. He's kind of like a bully type thing, and Alan was, the little boy was scared of him.
And the creeper, he's just glad to have us all back.
Fresh meat.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody's watching me. I don't know if that was dust or an orb that just went by you. Do you feel anyone by you?
It's cool on my left-hand side. Oh, God. Let me do the walking thing.
Young man.
How young?
I would say teenager. 20s, teenager.
The creeper is probably in his 20s.
And that's who I feel staring at me.
Uh-huh.
Are you in here with us? No? Okay. Well, then who said no? What is your name? Alan, did you hear that?
I know Kim was sensing another energy down there as well. I do know that when we turned on the ghost box and we were running the ghost box, that not only did the little boy not like it, but it was drawing something that didn't feel real comfortable. So we didn't leave it on super long.
I want to open up, but I don't want to open up. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
It's hard for me to open up. I've talked to myself.
Well,
but I'm worried about him messing with, because there's other little ones down here. And there's other little ones upstairs.
and I think Alan's kind of got used to this other guy, and he hides when he comes. He just runs away.
Individuals will not be able to attend community outings for the first 2 to 4 weeks after admission, or until the interdisciplinary team can agree that outings are appropriate. Individuals are encouraged to participate in both inter and intra-agency activities. This almost sounds like it was more behavioral.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it for our first session.
For the first session, I went ahead and investigated with Jason. I really wanted to work with him on the EVP sessions and get him more exposure to that, because he hasn't been on a case since the Davenport case back in September, and now this is May, so he's been out for a little while. He's a little rusty.
First of all, we started in the end room.
Alright, K2 right now. Alright, we're back. You might remember us, we were here not too long ago. I know that, I think in this room there was somebody named the Creeper that was walking around with us, messing with the women in particular. I did grab the forensics light right here that we can use to see if there is any stains of any sort, whether it's fluids, blood, mucus. That's the door that goes to the attic, Alex, just in case you wanted to know. Or go up there by yourself.
Never gonna happen.
Remember, start broad, and this is the same thing I taught Alex at the time back in the day. Mm-hmm. Start broad and single it out, so you start being like, anybody here? Could you tell me your name? Give me a sign of your presence. If stuff starts happening off of that, then you can work on that.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to the wall.
Yeah. We have another set of ears. I feel it, trust me. I'm getting... It's heavy. It's heavy down here a little bit.
Yeah. I can feel something.
I was really bad at it.
Yeah, he'd be like, okay, I'll go do it. So,
it's like, I don't know, I'm more of like an observational person. Like,
yeah.
I'm not really good at like thinking of that kind of stuff. I just kind of want to sit back.
Jeremiah did a little bit better than you even. That was funny. Yeah. Barney, he popped out 5 more questions than you did.
All I can ever think of is there anyone here with us?
Is there any children here with us?
That's a tinfoil.
Yeah.
But it sounds like somebody's moving in there, doesn't it?
So where is the tinfoil?
Yeah, it's right over by the window over there.
There's a step down.
Well,
Yeah, it's on this one, I think.
ask some questions and see if we can pick up on any spirits that were willing to talk to us. Do you have a name? Maybe you want to talk with us?
Motion light went on, and that wasn't us.
Would you like to talk with us? We would like to talk to you and learn who you are and what your life was like back then, or now, or here.
If you're standing out in the hall, are you able to do that again? You just stand in the doorway here.
We weren't picking up too much there, so we went down the hallway and.
But having you be in either 201 or 200 and find a place and chill. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have Jason, we're gonna split up just a little bit. I'm gonna be here, but within pretty reasonable range. And, are you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, okay.
Can take a nap.
Yeah. Have him in there, have me in here, and just kind of, we're gonna ask a couple questions and then we're gonna kind of go silent for a little while.
We have Eric, Alex, and myself, Jason, here. Maybe there is something we can help you with, or...
And we're starting to get some responses that seemed intelligent to yeses and nos. Was that noise any of you guys?
What was that?
Oh, there was a noise that sounded like toot. I didn't know if it was you guys.
No.
Alright, if you can understand me, if you do hear me and you know that we are here, could you give us a sign or indication that you know that?
We are hearing things.
Alright, let me ask the next one then. Do you like having researchers or investigators coming to visit you and talk to you? Jason, was that you?
No.
Okay, I thought it was behind me.
It's down the hall.
I'm gonna take a little bit of charge on this one right now, Jason, so we'll get back to you in a moment. There's a light down there, you can just set it off, play with it, walk in front of it. If that was you, thank you. Was that you, Jason?
No.
Just before that, I seen a little light anomaly pass by the doorway to the room next to you.
I heard it over there.
Yeah, in 200. Ooh, no. We're getting noises out here, like up the
Yeah, I
ear.
heard both of them. Heard both three of them.
So it's not really a huge paranormal event for us, but it's still something that we pay attention to.
That one's hard to decipher.
And Alex and I had heard a little girl sound like whoop whoop or something like a moan or a cry like that we'd heard. Do you like to be left alone?
It sounded like a little kid.
It did. Did you hear that, Jason?
No.
Yeah, I heard it's like.
Yeah. It sounded like a little girl.
Mm-hmm. And you were rolling for that?
Yeah.
Hopefully we got it on audio. Alright, if there's a young girl, you can step forward. I know, and I'm getting kind of you're scared or you're uncertainty. 5 to 8-year-old young female in a white, like a nightgown,
first session went pretty smoothly. Carrie and I were watching the cameras on the screen.
First session, Jackie and I were watching the videos. Interceptor a couple times seemed to flash. When I say that, it seemed to go in and out, and then the battery went down.
Then me and Kelly sat and watched monitors while Clay ventured on the first floor.
Well, it was interesting because I got to do a little alone investigating on the first floor here. And I went down the hallway here and kind of went from room to room. And I had the camera on a tripod so I could record what was going on in the room while I was in there.
Who are you exactly? Did you touch my shoulder just now? I'm always out in the room, right outside of this room. Like something slapped or hit.
Got no hits on the K2, but I did get a really warm sensation in one of the rooms, so I'll be curious to see if anything comes in on the EVP on that or on the video recorder I had going.
Is it alright if I sit in this chair? Make a noise if you don't want me to. Alright, I won't. It's the doctor's area. In here, all through here. If you want me to leave here, just leave you alone. I'd understand, but I need to know that that's what you want. So if you want me to leave you alone, to leave this room, muster up the energy to make a noise. Let me know that you want me out. And I'll leave. I promise.
I think that we should get some interesting EVPs out of it. At least I'm hoping so. We'll see what comes out of that. Also ran a little laser grid action with a video recorder on the laser grid and see if anything came out of that as well. I inadvertently tripped one of our devices. We detected it and everything's fine with that. But, it was an interesting session. Nothing personal experience-wise, but there could be some good evidence out of it. We'll just have to see.
Some people believe the full moon activate more spirits. It's not totally full though. I think yesterday was the full.
So when Carrie and I were up on the second floor, we were walking through the halls, and on one section of the halls, it was heavy and just you felt like somebody was there, but it wasn't necessarily happy feeling.
Were there 2 beds in here at one time? Or was there only 1 bed? I feel confused because last time I was here, some of the things like this I don't remember. I feel like things have been moved. Second session we were upstairs and we were on, if you're facing the building, we were on the left side, and there seemed to be a lot of action in the room where the video is. We also went down to where they had groups at the end, and if you go through the trash back there, like all good people should, they have stuff about groups in there, about schizophrenia groups, depression groups.
Yeah, you're in the right room. We just got something on the camera, so stay in there, see if you get anything.
Okay. And that's when we were called back to the other room.
I did pick up on a Native American kind of thing of some sort, and upstairs, actually in one of the rooms, there's a pamphlet talking about a person and like their background and what they are, and it actually was Native American. And it was like Blackfoot, Sioux, and Cherokee, I believe. So that was kind of cool.
And we used the ghost box, and a couple times it sounded like get out. Did you say get out? Who's talking to us? It was?
Yeah, it was telling us to like leave and stuff.
And I said, do you want me to go in the other room? And then it's away from, he liked us separate.
Don't separate. Don't separate.
We were at Central and a couple little things that we were noting here and there.
Go in that room, see what you can get. I don't know.
We weren't like separate, we were in the same room, but separate, not standing next to each other.
Yeah.
I feel like you're here.
Are you a female? Okay, walk me to the, we'll walk out.
Just whistle at us.
Yeah, you hear that?
Stay in that room though. See if you get anything. Or right in that area.
I am, like, it does seem more positive over here.
I do too. It just feels way lighter.
So we made our way down to the basement, and we even started picking up a lot more there.
This was a good opportunity to continue working with Jason, and I was very glad he was starting to kind of come out. He didn't feel so much as talking to the walls as he has always say, but he was starting to really jump in there on his own and ask some questions that were diverse, not just the same thing over and over again. You had a K2 meter?
Yeah, K2.
Pull that out. It'll blink lights, let us know of your presence. It won't harm you. There's also a creeper that was down here. You kind of roam the building.
Does anybody down here, do they enjoy spending time down here in the cafeteria area, or where the piano is, or
Okay, turn it off.
That was a noise behind you.
What?
I heard it.
or something?
It's like over out there or in here?
Out there. The children didn't come out to me primarily. They came out to Kelly, but there was a paternal thing. Came out to, they trusted the women more, so I think
I didn't even see this.
Yeah, me neither.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Paisley.
Ours should be right.
Oh, well, there you go.
Eric Kline.
Is there somebody in here with us right now?
We started picking up on a man and a little girl.
Is there little children or young kids? Are you hearing this, Alex?
I can hear something. Are you shy? Are you a little scared? We're not here to harm you in any way. We just wanna talk with you.
We're definitely not alone. We're being watched. Definitely a heaviness.
I was starting to get sort of a heaviness, but a lightness in the chest. That I could just feel a presence.
From a sensitive standpoint, and Jason was kind of feeling a little bit of it too, and it was fairly new to him, I think, in this aspect, but we were getting some passerbyers, some of the energies that felt a little different. The K2 went off very briefly. We were hearing it sound like maybe some footsteps down there and stuff like that, so it's something to review later.
It's just in my head that there's a little girl.
No, that's fine. That's your mental eye is what I call it. Because that's what I got.
What's popping up.
That's what I got upstairs on the top floor.
Yeah.
The one that was going.
Yeah.
Was someone in the 5 to 8 years of age.
Are you a little girl? I have a little girl. She's 5 years old, and she's a little girl. She's got blonde hair. She's bubbly. She likes to play a lot. Do you like to play a lot? Just trying to make her feel a little bit more comfortable with talking to us. So I had mentioned my little daughter. My little daughter's 5 years old, and just like this little girl, she was probably somewhere between 5 and 8 years old. Or even make a noise to let us know you're here.
was that?
Did somebody cough or make a sneeze noise?
What did you guys think was that sound?
Sound before it sounded like a voice.
Yes, it sounded like a voice.
It was like, yeah, or
Yeah.
It almost sounded like a
lasted
scream.
a while.
It almost sounded like a yell, but I thought it was like a shoo, or it was something like that. And then after that, we're talking about it. They denied anything.
It
like
was
that.
faint, but I could hear it. Or even tell us your name, or tell us the things that you like to play. Jumping rope.
Getting chills. Footsteps. The one that's down here is separate. I think the one over there might have been a child, but the one down here is an adult.
It's an adult.
I get a man.
Downstairs, it really helped me to open up and be a little bit more open with asking questions and picking up on spirits. Is there a reason why you're still here in this building?
The hell was that?
It sounded like
Did somebody scream or yell?
Of course, now it's happening behind you. Great. Of course.
I have a little girl named Mackenzie. Are you looking for other children to play with, or are you looking for your mom or your dad, or?
If you were seen to, back in the day when society didn't really have much tolerance for difference, whether it be mental retardation, brain disorders, kind of open it up to anybody now. Anybody still in here would like to communicate with us. Felt like kind of pulling back, withdrawing, not even making noises anymore.
Someone's really close to us. I don't know who it is yet.
I'm not getting a child, it's an adult, but I don't know. Almost an older person. And I'm hoping that we caught some of that evidence, if not all of it, the best that we could when we were down there.
I'm gonna go take a bath in this beautiful facility, and then I'm hoping I get to take a nap in the room that I said I would get out of.
If you need to get up and get out of here, we'll come back for stuff, okay?
Okay?
Want a flashlight?
Yes, and I won't be here for 47 minutes.
I think Carrie's gonna go ahead and take a bath here with her clothes on. But she's gonna go into one of the rooms that was really heavy and the last time Kelly couldn't go into right away.
If someone's here and wants me out, make a noise. Make another noise and I will leave. I'm gonna leave the bathroom.
Just one of the dorm rooms or one of the bedrooms. So she's gonna go in and do the same thing. I think we're gonna wrap up this session.
I'm definitely looking forward to the next session downstairs in the basement. I've heard a lot of intriguingly interesting things have happened down there. Knock, knock.
Are there any cooks left in here? What's your name? I'm Clay. This is Kim and Jackie, my friends. Such admiration for what you folks are doing for the people, the residents here. That was Kim said. So that was. Let's try not to whisper, okay? So were you a resident here and then became the maintenance person? Or did they hire you from outside?
It's cold.
This is an incredible room.
Okay, be careful, Jackie.
I'd like to sit down and do an EVP session in here. How would you feel about no light? There we go. Now we're in your world. It's quite a world you have, too.
He like went like that,
Yeah.
and then he was like blowing on my neck, and then I always get the uneasy feeling, like I was being, I don't know, just an uneasy feeling, and he wanted us gone.
Well, and I was about to say then towards the end, that's kind of the feeling I was getting also. This chills on my back, and in my mind's voice, just out of nowhere, I just heard get out. And I said, okay, fine, I understand. You want to have the space is yours, and that's cool. I'm disappointed, but that's all right.
I just seen someone.
You saw a person?
Yeah.
From this that door closest to the laundry room into
Yeah.
the laundry room?
Yeah, ran that way. What was that room again?
That was that chemical room, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Well, look, there will be a sign on the door that says chemical. Yeah, that's that chemical room. Not this one, but the next one. Why don't we take a break, go and change tapes? Kim's like, you bet, let's get out of here.
Sure, fine with me.
Then we can check with Eric too and see if it's okay if we deactivate that pod.
Not actually back in the boiler, but
No, because there's a separate
We found
room.
that area that has the steps down into the, like that janitor area. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
no,
about,
that's the
furnaces.
actual, that's further, yeah.
Yeah, that's where Kim was getting some really bad feelings in there.
that's an
And
uncomfortable room.
We'll be down this end, and then they're upstairs. So.
Stay safe. Yeah, excited to get back out and get in there and see what we can find.
You guys moving things? Not me.
We are walking, but we haven't moved anything.
Sounded like furniture being dragged on the floor.
No, not us.
I heard it on
So you've been in the basement, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think or do you get more feelings up here or down there?
The basement cafeteria is where I've been for the most part. Now Creeper wants me to go down the other hallway, but that's because that's towards his bedroom.
Oh, really?
Creeper's kind of creepy.
Is he up here?
Yeah.
Or is he just kind of all over the place?
He follows the women around, and he just kind of lurks behind them. And the last time we were here, there was a guy, just big and mean, and he was staff, and he used to not be nice to the ladies who took him there to bathe. And he was just extremely huge and intimidating. I'm not happy that I'm talking about it. It was overwhelming, very much so, and I'm sure you can ask Eric about it. It was messing with me pretty hard.
She didn't want to go down there by herself. But yes, she fought with herself. There was a struggle. She wanted to. Kelly?
Yeah.
What?
You want to go in there.
Why? Isn't like personal goal to force yourself to do it because you know you can? Or
Feels like if I keep going, I can stop. And I did finally, towards the end of our night, I was able to just kind of confront him and step in the room.
Is it supposed to make a noise or something when it disarms?
It should be when it's disarmed.
Yeah, and it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Have you tried arming it and then disarming it?
Yeah, I took both buttons, and the light on this thing flashes, but it doesn't make any noise.
okay.
What's that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
I heard
We were
that.
hearing furniture being moved earlier.
I was down there.
It's not sound like a growl or something.
No, it was furniture being moved again.
But it was down here.
Yeah. Closer, but no. No, everything slides in here.
It was down here.
Yeah, I heard it.
This chair sounds like what we heard. Well, these chairs.
Yeah,
That sounds like what we heard.
that's closer, yep. Because Jason and I had heard that 2 times earlier, but it was like someone was struggling to pull it before because it was like.
Oh yeah.
It was impressive.
I am still just like shivering, freezing.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Space to shove things. What, nothing smart to say about that, Alex? You're slipping, buddy.
Did you do that? I don't know. It was a voice. And Spirit Interceptor did great in this location, caught us quite a few things.
It's Eric approved.
Overall, the investigation went well. Everybody was able to work together this time. I tried to mix it up and team up people with different people that they might not have worked with before. Kelly did a pretty good job here as her first shadow case. Edinburgh usually produces something for almost anybody that goes in there for the most part. And for us, this time we were getting some awesome Class A EVPs, some of them so loud. You ask yourself, how come we didn't hear that?
Way to go, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie, way to go. I wondered.
I was trying to go all y'all. No.
All y'all? All y'all?
All y'all.
You sound like you might be tired or something.
Don't worry, Jackie, we fixed it.
Yeah, Jackie, don't worry about it.
I think it was me, honestly,
No lose sleep at night now. Are you happy with the activity?
Yeah, there were some. I thought there'd be more, but.
That's how it was for us the first time. It didn't even really have anything with you and Darcy, but Kelly and I, it was leeching on to the whole night.
I thought there would be more. I didn't like the guy downstairs, but.
Yeah. Combined with last visit and this one, between, I would say, half a dozen to 10, maybe 11 different individuals I picked up on, combined with last one. And then we did get a female and older woman, maybe in her 60s or 70s, in there with us. So we heard furniture dragging, and it was very loud.
Right, we heard it too. Alex and I, we were heading downstairs. We heard it behind us. Yeah.
Well, and we were
I heard
down to that same back room and we heard it too.
Did we all hear it? Did you hear it, Jackie?
I didn't hear
Wasn't I in the bathtub at that time?
You were in the...
No, you were upstairs sleeping.
Yeah, yes, you were in the bathtub.
That's what I thought.
No, you had taken your bath, you'd gone night.
I went to night, which, yeah. No, in the bathtub, I heard the dragging.
Yeah, but then we heard it when we were down there closer,
Again.
so it was even louder when we
Yeah.
were down there. And then she was just instantly on it. She's like, "What the hell was that?" You know?
I think it's those big chairs that were back sitting kind of in front of the
In
window.
the pool table room. We had quite a bit of battery drains
Yeah.
this visit,
We
more
had-
than the average investigation.
Yeah, we didn't have problems like that last time,
No.
but when we were up on the second floor, the walkie that we had just.
A lot of character here, a lot of different and unique diversity as well. There's some that are from the geriatric portion of it, the older. There's some children still around too, which I kind of focused on when I was with you in the basement. We were kind of working on that because for me, having a child stick around in a place like this is unsettling. Kim had stepped up saying that she, I'll go over the information with her, and she shows an interest in being our people person to contact to give us cases now. So with that news, we're merging a team historian to case manager because it ultimately can be seen under the same duty. When you call somebody, then you can go into asking, okay, what's going on here? How long have you had your house and stuff like that. So, all right, well, thanks again. His case deserved another moderate ranking. If we had one more piece of visual footage, we would probably rank it even the highest, or next highest up. Edinburgh Manor definitely has some paranormal activity of some sort going on there.